Right now, many crypto investors, art enthusiasts, and collectors are diving headfirst into the world of NFTs. This is because some NFTs are selling for millions of dollars, and that is making a lot of noise in the space. Even celebrities like Justin Bieber, Steve Aoki, Logan Paul, and Heidi Klum are splashing into the cash on NFTs. But if you're currently making money from NFTs, or if you're thinking about getting into the NFT game, then you need to have a tax strategy in place that lets you capitalize on all of the opportunities that are available with NFTs to minimize your tax obligations and limit your liabilities from the IRS. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Taxes Made Simple. I'm your host, Karlton, and this channel is a channel that helps you understand taxes in a broken down, easy format. And in today's video, we're going to go over how to set up an LLC for your NFTs to help you save money on taxes. Let's dive in. Let's first discuss quickly why you should create an LLC for your NFT trading before we get into how to do so. There are two main reasons why you should consider creating an LLC for your NFT investing business. The first is because it limits your liabilities and protects your personal assets in the event of lawsuits or claims against your business. It does this by putting you and your personal assets behind what is known as the corporate veil. You can think of the corporate veil as a sort of invisible shield that protects you from having things like your bank accounts, your vehicles, your homes, and other personal property seized in the event that there are claims against your business that have to be paid. If you have an LLC, then the only asset held in the business will be subject to seizure. You might be wondering at this point, what kind of claims might be filed against my NFT business? Well, NFTs are works of art. And with art, there can be copyright or trademark issues over NFTs that can result in lawsuits. For example, one NFT creator might sue you for selling an NFT that is too similar to one of theirs that they have or copyright for. Or a business could sue you for trademark infringement if you sell an NFT that accidentally has something that looks like their company logo in it. And guys, in either of these circumstances, if you don't have an LLC, then you could potentially lose some of your personal assets in the event of a lawsuit. All right, guys, the second reason why you should consider getting an LLC for your NFT investing business is because it opens up a new tax benefit that you might not be able to take advantage of. Having an LLC for your business shows that your NFT business activity is more than just a hobby. It is an actual business. This means that you can potentially qualify for a wide range of business deductions, potentially including fees paid to the NFT marketplace, the NFT education courses you might be buying, transportation, lodging, NFT conferences, office spaces, you name it. So having an LLC for your NFT investing business can also provide a wide variety of tax benefits as well. It is important to note, however, that profits from your NFT investing business will all be subject to appropriate capital gains taxes. How do you set up an LLC for your NFT business? Okay, now that we've gone over why it's important to have an LLC for your NFT investing business, let's talk a little bit more about the setup process. The first thing that you need to know about setting up an LLC for your NFT business is that the process is identical to setting up an LLC for any other business. These are the steps that you need to follow in order to set up your LLC correctly. Step number one is choosing a state. In most cases, new business owners, it's going to make the most sense to just choose the state that you live in because that's normally where you're operating out of. That's normally where your operation is. So if you live in California, you'll be running your business there, then you should most likely set up your entity in the state of California where you do business. Step number two is to create a name for your LLC. When you go to register your LLC, you will need a name. The name doesn't have to be overly complicated or fancy. However, it will need to be unique, meaning that there can't already be an LLC with the same name you want to use registered in your state. Step number three is choose a registered agent. The registered agent is the person who will accept legal documents and tax notices on your behalf for your LLC. If you have partners who will be joining you inside of the LLC, you can choose the registered agent to be yourself or one of the partners. There's also companies you can hire to act as your registered agent if you would prefer that option. And that's the option I go with. This option is commonly used by businesses who are registering their LLC in a different state than the one that the owner lives in. Now, step number four is to file the articles of organization. Your LLC's articles of organization are the formal documents that you will file with the government that will officially register your LLC. These documents are also commonly referred to as certificates of formation or certificates of organization in some states. But once you file these documents and your state government approves them, your LLC will be considered 100% operational. The cost to create an LLC varies from state to state, so you'll have to pay your state's LLC fees. These typically range anywhere between $40 to $500, and you want to make sure you know that. Step number 5 is creating the LLC operating agreement. This agreement will lay out all the important details regarding the LLC's operations and who's inside. This will include ownership details, responsibilities of each member inside the LLC. You should be very careful though when you create this document because it will govern your LLC moving forward. It could also be used as evidence in the case a legal conflict arises between you and another owner of your LLC. Step number 6 is to obtain your EIN number. You guys have heard me talk about this a million times. Your employee identification number is a number that the IRS will use to identify and keep track of all your business income and expenses. It is essential to have an EIN number for tax purposes. It is also like a social security number in my eyes. However, it is for your business as opposed to being for a person. You can apply for an employee identification number by filling out the form SS4 with the IRS. The IRS accepts your information, then it will assign you an LLC EIN number. After completing all 6 of these steps, congratulations, you're done. Now you will have the oh so valuable LLC that you wanted, but now what? Now what happens with your LLCs and your NFTs? Now you will be able to actually start deducting business expenses for having your NFTs inside of your LLC. This means that you should feel safer to start increasing your NFT investing activity. This is because it will now officially be safer for you to start taking more and more financial risk with your NFT investing since you will be behind the corporate veil. Hopefully you will never have to deal with anything like an expensive lawsuit against your business. But if you do, it is definitely better to have the LLC in place before this happens. So, how do you maximize or optimize your deductions for your LLC? The best way to optimize your deductions for your business is to work with a tax professional who can find every single deduction that you will qualify for and make sure that your tax filing is as perfect as possible. However, you can also fill out your tax returns yourself if you'd like to. Just make sure that you keep careful track of your expenses throughout the year related to your NFT investing business. Also, make sure you keep track of all of your receipts. You will need those if you're ever audited because you're going to have to prove your expenses in the front of the eyes of the IRS. To conclude, if you plan on making money from regularly buying and selling NFTs, then you should strongly consider having an LLC in place for this business. Having an LLC will both increase your legal protection in the event of lawsuits, and it will also enable you to qualify for business deductions at the same time. Setting up an LLC for your NFT business is a relatively straightforward process, and it can be done by completing all 6 of those steps that I had mentioned earlier in this video. If you need any help setting up an LLC for your NFT business, or if you have any other questions related to starting your NFT, you can click on the link below to schedule a call with my team. I hope this video provided you with value around starting your NFT business and doing it with confidence and with protection. My name is Karlton Dennis. I look forward to seeing you on the next video where I'll help you save more money on your taxes. Talk to you soon.